Welcome to Building Buzz. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and joining me in the studio is Amanda Polematidis with Hanson Professional Services. Amanda, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today, Chris?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So, what is Hanson?
Hanson is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that provides design, planning, and allied services to our clients.
Okay. Are you guys locally here in Jacksonville, or
Yes.
do you guys service a larger
We
area?
are a global firm. Our headquarters is in Springfield, and we do have a local office right off of JTB and 95.
Okay. So COVID happened. We all lived through that. Thank God. But how's Hanson changed and modified in this post-COVID era? Have you seen an uptick in business?
Well, I've only been in Hanson relatively recently.
Okay.
But for engineering, we've had to adapt. Obviously, my sector has been in buildings.
Yeah.
And so we have had to reevaluate a lot of our HVAC systems to ensure that we are providing safe environment for our occupants, fresh air, to our clients.
So let's talk about your space you're in and that journey. So
Yes.
so you're working specifically buildings, government sector. So how did you get into that, and what are you doing with that now?
So my journey to where I am today has not been linear.
Okay.
I started at University of Florida majoring in biological engineering, and then I became a teacher, and I got my master's in science of education.
Wow.
And I taught at Landmark Middle School and
Thanks
Nice
for doing that. That's awesome.
for a number of years.
We always need great teachers.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then I've always had this passion for sustainability and the built environment.
Yeah.
I got involved with my local U.S. Green Building Council chapter here in North Florida. And I was given the opportunity during COVID to speak to high school students virtually in Los Angeles, of all places.
Okay.
And I did this virtual call that was recorded, and I was telling them about how great clean energy careers are and what my career is about. And they caught wind of, it got caught by an author, a children's book author.
Yeah.
She has this book called Everyday Superheroes.
Right here.
And
yeah.
yes, and so she said, I'm doing another sequel, and
Yeah.
I would love for you to be one of my superheroes that I profile.
That's awesome.
So myself, along with 36 other women of diverse backgrounds in clean energy careers, are featured in this book right here.
That's awesome. So has this space been difficult for women to move into, and you see more women coming into it, or is it just something you don't think many women think about as an opportunity to work in as an occupation?
I feel like, as having been a teacher, I can see where the gender biases happen and where girls select out of a STEM career because they feel like they don't have representation, they don't have a pathway forward, they don't have role models that they can look up to. So there still is that divide. I think after third grade we see that interest drop substantially in girls. So I love that I'm still able to advocate for girls in this way, and to show them this is what representation looks like. This is a career path that maybe you can see yourself in too.
What's the typical way for a young lady who's in high school or just entering college, if they want to get in this environmental space? What should they consider as they look forward?
You know what I love about this book is that it's not just STEM focused careers.
Good.
I think that everybody in this day and age and moving forward, we all have our part to play in making our environment a little bit more friendly and sustainable. And we can all take that responsibility and that call to action and incorporate it into our own careers. And so they showcase and profile project managers, and financial advisors, I mean, teachers, and every sort of career that is out there can be a sustainability or a clean energy career.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks. I appreciate you coming on. So, Hanson Professional Services, how do folks find them? Just Google Hanson Professional?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We have, I guess, vast representation across the U.S. And in Canada as well. We provide in Jacksonville. We've done several infrastructure projects and in roads and water resources.
Well, you no doubt have been busy, because I just heard earlier that Jacksonville is one of the top 10 growing cities in the United States, and I see it every day when I come through traffic on 95.
Absolutely. Actually, one of my main projects right now is the Clean Air Northeast Florida Climate Action Plan. So we're not only working with City of Jacksonville as a client, but we are also working on behalf of the surrounding counties to develop a roadmap, if you will, a sustainability roadmap on that addresses multiple sectors, not just the governmental sector, but also how we create energy, how we utilize that energy, what are our water resources, and how can we make each of those sectors more sustainable.
Well, that's important, because we got to lead us to our children, our grandchildren eventually. And I remember growing up here myself, we had the coal burning plant, we had the paper plants, and you know, you can always wonder what damage we're doing to, you know, our environment, and then what's the long-term repercussions of taking inaction to not address those things. So.
Right, and that's something that I think we maybe don't think of a lot, is the cost of inaction. I think in the United States last year we had $28 billion disaster events.
Wow.
That cost, I think, around $92 billion.
Wow.
It's expensive. It's so expensive, and it's something that we need to plan around more and have a structured way to navigate through this next era. You know, we look at historical models to design when we really need to be anticipating what's going to happen next.
That's great. Well, man, thanks for coming on. Congratulations on your book, The Everyday Superheroes. Please take a look. We'll make sure we have the link, and we'll put that in the show notes. And we'll also take and put Hanson Professional Services in our show notes too, and then send that out across the ether sphere of the internet. So appreciate you taking the time on Building Buzz today.
All right, thank you.
Hey folks, if you like what you heard, please share us, connect with us on LinkedIn. The Building Buzz, a lot happening here in Jacksonville, and there's great opportunity, great having a man on the set to show, you know, our young ladies and people out there that, hey, there's opportunities in all the different markets that are out there in our great community. So we'll see you in our next segment, and live with gratitude.